There's a lot of news to go over today for the Essence Emporium, the Mastery update, which has also had some very interesting nerfs and changes to that, and there's a bunch of other stuff as well. So first up, Dulex Gameplays tweeted out that Smolder and Cassante's Blue Essence Emporium chibi icons got added to the PBE as a loot asset. So this confirms the Essence Emporium is very soon. I know some people were worried if they cancelled it again because we haven't heard anything about it up until now. Well, it looks like Riot are still working on the Emporium and it should be coming very soon. If these icons got added to the PBE now, then it should be live within the next patch, maybe the one after. But if I had to guess, it'll probably go live halfway between the next patch. So in 2 or 3 weeks from now, it should be live. And this sort of lines up with an earlier prediction which said May or June, which is when the Emporium normally goes live in the middle of the year. So it looks like we will be getting it in June. Moving on, this week's patch has started updating for some servers. And one of the things I noticed is the S-grade weekly chest icon has disappeared, so you can no longer earn chests this way. If the patch hasn't updated for you yet and you still have a weekly chest left, then I recommend trying to grind it before the patch updates, else you'll lose that forever. And of course, the big Mastery update is live for some servers and will go live for everyone over the next 24 hours. And as you can see, those new ugly icons have been added to each champion and your Mastery points have converted over. And up the top are the 10 champions for each person's Mastery set, and it should be a little bit different for each person. Now the good news about this update is if you really want to, you can speedrun some free chests now. You can earn a chest for up to 6 champions now if you play at least 5 games and achieve the Milestone grade 1 scores, which is 1 B- grade or higher and 4 C- grades or higher. So each chest should roughly take about 5 games at least. It might take a couple more depending on what your grades are. Riot have also released an FAQ article for this update, and something I've noticed is they've kind of nerfed the milestone requirements for each milestone. When it was first announced, some of the requirements had D- grade and up, whereas now it says C- and up. However, there's a buff to the first requirement for the first 4 milestones. So for example, milestone 1 used to say 1 B grade, now it says 1 B- grade and up, and milestone 2 is now A- grade and up, and 3 is S- grade and higher, and 4 is S- grade. However, milestones 5 plus have been nerfed. You now need 7 S- grades or higher, where it used to be 3 S grades. So there are some minor changes to these. Hopefully it doesn't make it that much harder or longer to grind. So to get 6 free chests now, you have to play at least 5 games on 6 different champions. So that's about 30 games total, so you can easily grind this over the next few days. And in addition to this, with the rank split resetting, whenever it goes live for your region, you'll be able to get a rank reward straight away if you play a couple of ranked games, which should be a hextech chest. So that's about 7 chests that you can start grinding for right away. Now in the FAQ article, there have also been a couple of other changes. You can earn more mastery points the more people in your pre-made. So a full pre-made of 5 people can get you 10% extra mastery points. So this is a good change, and obviously if you wanted to farm mastery points quicker, then the best way to do it would be to play in a pre-made of 5 people. And something else mentioned in this article was the superior mastery chest, and as it turns out, this chest is just the same as a masterwork chest and it contains the same stuff. However, it won't count towards the masterwork tracker. So this is a bit of a nerf. It won't count towards that repeating 25 masterwork chest tracker, and it's just the regular masterwork. The way it was presented in the article before, it sounded like it would be better than a masterwork, but it's just the same. Now to get this masterwork chest, you need to hit 12 milestones using the champions that are in the set of 10 champions at the top there. So you can either do this on few champions but hitting more milestones on them, which might be harder due to the harder grades you need for the higher milestones, or you could try and hit milestone 1 on each of the 10 champions and then milestone 2 on 2 of the champions to get a total of 12 milestones. And because each milestone will take at least 5 games, then to get this masterwork chest you need to play at least 60 games, and it could be more games if you don't get the grade required on the first try. And going back to the article, Riot have revealed the mastery points required for each mastery level. So for example, mastery level 2 only requires 1800 mastery points, but mastery level 10 plus requires 11,000 mastery points and 2 marks of mastery. You'll also unlock the champ title permanently at this level. Another thing to note is you can still progress mastery on champions you don't own. So for example, if you play a lot of ARAMs, you'll still get mastery points on those champions even if you don't own them. And speaking of ARAM, they still haven't done something about how difficult it will be to get these mastery chests and milestones milestones done in ARAM games, because you can't choose your champion, you'll just progress them randomly. So for example, if you wanted to earn those 6 chests straight away, you're going to have to play the Summoner Rift game modes. Or if you don't mind waiting, then just play games normally and try to remember if you've played champions before and play the same ones again as much as possible. It would be good if Riot did add a way to see which progress you're making during ARAM champ select, which might help some people keep track of it. Now moving on to some other news, Drulex Gameplays has tweeted out this new emote which has the name Aurora. Now this could be hinting at the new champion, which might end up being called Aurora, and apparently it's tagged as some sort of event called Spirit of Hearth Home. So I'm not sure exactly what this means, but it looks like there could be a launch event or something to do with the new champion soon, maybe within the next month. And it looks like there are 3 new icons for this event in total, and the description says this icon was awarded as part of the event. So it's possible these end up being free rewards for this mini event that seems to be happening at some point. And Skin Spotlights tweeted out all the new icons and emotes that got added to the PvE today. So there's that new mini event, there's the champion icons, it looks like Nasus is getting an icon, and there's also some pride emotes. So these should be free or cost 1 blue essence, and you should be able to get some free pride loot at the start of June by completing some missions. And also shown is the icon and emote for the new champion, which might end up being called Aurora. Next up, SpiderAxe has tweeted out that Ornn's passive is getting a mini rework. Every legendary item will be able to be upgraded, but it's still only 1 item per champion, and the item chosen will be the one in your first slot. And moving on to some updates that were in today's patch notes, there are some ARAM balance changes, and this week they're focusing on buffing a lot of the assassins. So for example, Kiana will now deal 115% damage. So she was already a problem in the hands of people who knew how to play her, and she'll be even worse now. And Sejuani is getting a bit of a nerf to his damage taken. Thanks for watching, see you next time.